Welcome, animal friends. What makes a gorilla powerful? Is it sheer size, strength, leadership? Some gorillas have ruled over massive troops, others have left behind legacies that shaped generations, and a few have shattered world records with their size. From legendary silverbacks to dominant females, the gorillas in this list were forces of nature. Get ready to meet the 10 most powerful gorillas in history, each one a true king or queen of the jungle. Number 1. Titus, the Gorilla King. Titus was no ordinary gorilla. Born in 1974 in Rwanda's Volcanoes National Park, he was observed by researchers for nearly his entire life, making him one of the most well-documented gorillas in history. As a young gorilla, he had to fight for survival. His mother was taken by poachers, and he was left to fend for himself. Despite these hardships, Titus rose to power. At just 4 years old, another gorilla joined his troop, a male named Beatsme. As the years passed, Beatsme became the dominant silverback. But Titus wasn't done. He bided his time, grew stronger, and eventually overthrew Beatsme, claiming his rightful place as leader. At over 400 pounds, Titus ruled with unmatched dominance. No other gorilla in the region could challenge him. By 2004, he controlled the world's largest gorilla troop. His legacy? Siring more offspring than any other gorilla ever recorded, ensuring that his bloodline would carry on for generations. Number 2. KBY, the unshakable leader. Dian Fossey, the famous gorilla researcher, observed many great apes during her career, but one stood out, KBY. First seen as a newborn in 1978, KBY grew into a true powerhouse, leading the legendary Pablo group for an incredible 21 years. His leadership was absolute. No challenge could unseat him. Researchers noted that his presence alone commanded obedience. The troop literally formed a line behind him as they followed his every move. KBY wasn't just strong, he was one of the most successful mountain gorillas ever tracked, ruling over one of the largest and longest-lasting gorilla groups in history. Number 3. Effie, the queen of the jungle. Power isn't just about brute force, it's also about legacy. And Effie, the dominant female of the Pablo group, left a mark like no other. She wasn't just strong, she was wise. She built the foundation of the most productive gorilla family in the Virunga Mountains. Effie had over 100 descendants, and her influence didn't stop there. Even today, 5 of the 9 gorilla groups monitored by the Fossey Fund are led by her family members. Though she's gone, her power still echoes through the jungle. Number 4. Pablo, the founder of a dynasty. Before KBY and Effie, there was Pablo, the original leader of the legendary Pablo group. Born in 1974, Pablo was first observed as a playful youngster, but when the time came to lead, he ruled with wisdom and strength. He established one of the most famous gorilla groups ever recorded, maintaining order and respect among his peers. Even as younger gorillas like KBY gained power, Pablo remained a revered figure. His legacy lives on today as his group continues to thrive. Pablo wasn't just a leader, he was the foundation of a dynasty, shaping generations of gorillas that followed. Number 5. Isabukuru, the silent power. Isabukuru, the younger brother of KBY, never openly challenged his dominant sibling, but that didn't mean he lacked power. Instead of fighting for leadership, he used a more subtle yet bold approach. While still a subordinate in KBY's troop, Isabukuru secretly mated with the females, an act strictly against the rules of gorilla society. By the age of 14, he had already sired offspring, proving his influence despite not being the official leader. Eventually, he made his boldest move yet, leaving the group and taking several females with him to form his own troop. This wasn't just strength, it was strategic dominance, proving that power isn't always about direct confrontation. Number 6. The heaviest gorilla in the wild, 580 pounds. Most wild gorillas weigh between 300 and 450 pounds, but one silverback in Cameroon defied all expectations. This massive beast, standing at an impressive 6 feet tall, weighed a staggering 580 pounds, the heaviest wild gorilla ever recorded. His enormous size made him a true king of the jungle, a dominant force among his kind. Unfortunately, poachers ended his reign, robbing the world of one of nature's greatest giants. While captive gorillas can grow heavier due to overfeeding, this silverback's weight came purely from his survival in the wild, making his record even more remarkable. He was a true legend, a testament to the raw power of nature's greatest primates. Number 7. The tallest gorilla ever, 6 feet 6 inches. Size plays a critical role in the animal kingdom, and no gorilla ever stood taller than the 6 feet 6 inches giant discovered in 1938 in northern Kivu. His massive arm span stretched an incredible 8 feet 10 inches, making him one of the most extraordinary gorillas ever recorded. Weighing an astonishing 483 pounds, this towering silverback was a marvel of nature. His sheer size and strength made him a true king of the jungle. Sadly, like many legendary gorillas, he fell victim to poachers, cutting his life short. However, his record remains unbroken, solidifying his status as the tallest gorilla to have ever walked the earth. Number 8. Guy, the gorilla with the longest arms. Meet Guy the gorilla, one of the most physically impressive gorillas ever recorded. Unlike the 6 feet 6 inches giant, Guy was only 5 feet 4 inches but had an arm span of 9 feet, the longest ever recorded. With a thick, muscular build weighing 520 pounds, Guy was a powerhouse. His upper arms measured 23.5 inches in circumference, his thighs 28 inches, and his neck 36 inches. His strength and proportions made him legendary. Fun fact, when Hollywood was preparing to shoot 2001, A Space Odyssey, actor Dan Richter studied Guy's movements to portray apes in the film. Number 9. Phil, the heaviest gorilla ever, 776 pounds. While wild gorillas rarely exceed 500 pounds, Phil the gorilla shattered records, reaching an incredible 776 pounds in captivity. Born in Africa and brought to the St. Louis Zoo in 1941 as a 25-pound baby, Phil grew into a behemoth, unlike any other gorilla in history. His massive size, however, was not natural. Overfeeding in captivity led to extreme weight gain, impacting his health. Despite his struggles, Phil became a beloved figure at the zoo, drawing massive crowds. He passed away in 1958, but his record remains unmatched. To this day, no other gorilla, wild or captive, has ever reached his staggering weight. Number 10. Samson, the gorilla that shook Milwaukee. Samson wasn't just a giant, he was a legend. Living at the Milwaukee County Zoo, he reached a massive 652 pounds, making him one of the largest gorillas ever recorded. But it wasn't just his size that made him famous, it was his personality. Samson had a presence that captivated visitors. His deep, expressive eyes and playful demeanor made him a favorite among zoo-goers. Despite his life in captivity, he exuded the power and dominance of a true silverback. He became an icon of Milwaukee, with people traveling from all over to see him. Samson's legacy lives on as one of the most beloved gorillas in history. These gorillas weren't just strong, they were legends. Some ruled massive troops, others shattered size records, and a few left behind family legacies that continue to this day. They were the kings and queens of the jungle, shaping the world of gorillas as we know it. Which one impressed you the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this journey through gorilla history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an amazing story like this. Thanks for watching.